Hi there, this is Popo, I hope you'll fine, and today we're going to talk about something completely incredible. So let me just inform my community that I'm just streaming actually, and then we're gonna go. Okay, so I released a VOD about the last stream I did concerning the new update of Chesscraft, because this is the version 1.14. And I showed a lot of new stuff and new features, and actually every time there's a new thing, I always check the new sprites to see if there are some universal pieces that just came out, and then I just added it to the list. So I just typed all the name of the new sprites on the website with the link, and I didn't find something new actually. And also the more thing was concerning is that there are new sprites about the runes, the antique runes, Viking runes and stuff, but they're not available on GitHub, and seems like that there's no relation with universal pieces on the Chesscraft website. But when it came to create some random board, for example, let's create one. The website, if okay, it takes a little time. So let's create a new random board. Sometimes, I say sometimes, let me just do this to increase the chance of something more varied of this. Sometimes you have some runes that are just created. And here I was thinking, okay, this is very strange, because normally there are only universal Chesscraft pieces that come. So this means that on the runes, there are some universal Chesscraft pieces. So I just shuffled and shuffled the algorithm by clicking on this dice to see some new board. And actually I came with an idea, is that every rune would be a universal Chesscraft pieces, and even by shuffling I don't see all the sprites, all the things. I'm sure that behind every sprite there is a universal pieces. So I made a lot of research with typing a lot of codes, because there's different name with the runes to be sure that there's no problem. And actually my biggest discovery is that behind every rune sprite there is a universal Chesscraft piece. So I'm proposing you to just discover these pieces with me and perhaps try to play with it. So let's go here, and we're going to import one by one these pieces and discover how we're gonna do this. So let me get to my list, and here we're gonna go. So the first piece we're gonna download is called a Thehu. So I'm not a specialist about runes, and this is not my king actually, so I don't know anything about this. The only thing we have is that the runes tell something. So here the runes, this is about the fact that being range and the move. But I don't care about this. The thing I care most about this is how it works. So it seems like that this piece, oh excuse me, this is my mouse, this is bugging. So this piece moves backward as a rook, and on the side one square, and captures like a queen. So that's pretty strong piece actually, very very strong. So imagine that you move only on the side, so you'll never be able to move forward. At least you can go back, and then you capture like a queen. So the only way that you can go forward is to capture a piece actually. And even you can dodge with your small moves and even go back on a whole square. So that's a pretty risky piece if you want my advice on the thing, but why not? This is interesting. You'll see that some of the rules are completely wicked. Let's move from the next one. The next one is called Terizaz. Excuse me, let's go here. Terizaz. And this is this. So here we go for this one. So this one seems to move like a bishop on the side and capture, for some reason, one square forward and one square. So this seems to be a piece that only acts on the side of the board. And actually, if I remember well, there's another piece that acts the same way but on the other thing. And actually the sprites looks a little like the same. So here, let me download the thing called OMG. So this is just here. Normally this is the same on the other side. Yeah, technically the same thing but on the other side. So OMG, acting like a bishop, only forward diagonally, and then capturing forward and on the side. So for me, this piece is not really cool. If you want my advice, but perhaps there's some interesting fact you think you can do about this. I don't know. What do you think? Let's go for the next one. So the next one is called Anzus. Let's go for it. So this, I think this piece has a special rule, I guess. Yes. So this is the Ahimsa rule. So friendly piece, nearby pieces can't be attacked. I'm very concerned about the thing because there's a misconfusion with the Ahimsa thing and what it refers to, because normally with the Ahimsa symbol, this means that every nearby piece, friendly or enemy PC, can't be captured. And I was very surprised because there's a misconfusion here. So we have to check by playing if that is the case or not. So here this moves backwards as a rook. I don't know why there's this thing about moving backwards. And it captures by moving one square like a dog. So, okay, why not? Every time this is kind of not so strong piece. This is, I guess, very hard to do with this kind of piece. Let's go on the next one, which is called Redo. So this Redo is like a here air, and here is the move. And this is a pretty standard move, a little more standard. So this is a rook by 2 on the move, and on the capture it combines the move of a knight and an alfil. So here for the capturing, this piece is slightly more interesting than what we just saw before. That can be interesting. And the fact that this range 2 when you capture, and you range when you move, but you have the possibility to move range 1, offers a lot of mobility for this piece. So I guess this would be pretty hard to deal against this. And Zeus can't capture. Oh really? I don't remember. Let me check again. And Zeus. Here, no, it actually captures. Here it moves. It's called Kaunas, and here actually in French I would say Kaunas, and this means a completely dumb person. So that's very funny. Okay, so this thing, wow, this one is actually sick. So it combines the move of a capuchin forward, or just bishop forward 2, and knight forward, but it doesn't capture. That's really hard to see what you can do with this. Or perhaps this would be a piece that have some mobility. In fact, it can move to a lot of square, and you try to promote it on the back rank to a certain former piece. This is the only, I don't know, strategic interest you can find into it, because else it doesn't help to make a threat. It is not an iron piece, so that's not really interesting for this. But okay, okay, why not? You can have some pieces that don't capture also. But that's very surprising how diverse the pieces are. The next one is called Gibo. So Gibo is just X. And for the move, so X, that's very logical. Also, I figured out that somehow the way the pieces move and capture is pretty related to how they look on the sprite. So here this X is just moving like a bishop by 2, and I'm not sure if this is the correct thing here, because here you see that the sprite featured here is actually another sprite, some sprite that it didn't show for now, I guess. Let me check if I show the sprite. Yeah, this is the Anzus one. So I don't know if this piece really captures like this. I have no idea, but we're gonna figure out. But it actually moves like an X. So that's the only info that we have on this piece. Okay, and also it captures without moving. So interesting, pretty interesting. Let's move on to the next one. The next one is called, let me check, it's called Agalaz. So this moves like, this looks like this. Interesting. So Agalaz moves like a knight and captures forward on the side like a rook. That's very interesting, because here It reminds me a piece that you can find in Order Chess, which is a chess variant developed by Couch Tomato, if I remember well, that you can find on Chess and also Titans Battalion. And actually, this moves like a knight and captures like a rook, but not only on the side. So it reminds a little about this. So if you guys have the reference, this is cool. Else, just check out Chess website or just the Titans Battalion. That's a pretty cool thing. Okay, let's go on the next one, which is called Notice. Okay, so this one, okay, so this is very interesting. This really looks as a sprite. So it moves forward and backwards like a rook, so only vertically, and it captures on the side, but for the perspective, this would be west and south. I don't know how to interpret this, but I don't know, you understood me, how it captures. So again, this I remember to have seen something similar in terms of move pattern, but first time I see something like this in a universal Chesscraft pieces. So again, very difficult to deal with. Why not? Why not? Why not? Let's move to the next one, which is called ISA. So actually, this is very funny because if you type the code ISA on the Chesscraft server, you will find a board that is completely irrelevant in terms of, I don't know, the context of ISA, the rune thing. This is just a random board with a lot of things. I guess this is a war, a man versus machine. I don't remember what exactly it turns to, but I was very surprised when I found this. Okay, so here's ISA. So ISA is a pawn unit, and that's very interesting because this is I don't know. This is interesting. That's not like a pawn, but doesn't have a double capture, doesn't have no, excuse me, double advance move, doesn't have en passant, but have a side move. That is more interesting. Actually, very cool thing. So that's a cool pawn that you can use, and actually this has the sprite of a pawn. Next, move to the next one, which is called Jira. So here's Jira, and Jira is also a pawn, but it moves the opposite, as it moves one square forward and captures on the sides, like this. Do I remember a piece? I was thinking of the Cropon, but it moves forward diagonally, and I was also thinking about the Poodoo from Poisebot in Capital Linus, but it also moves on the side, so that's really unique. That's a new piece. Interesting. So we have new pawns that seem to be interesting. The next one is called AWAS. Okay, so for AWAS, yeah, that's pretty logical. So this is bishop move and capture forward and backwards, and on certain types of diagonals. So yeah, why not? That's pretty cool. Okay, so now I'm gonna go for the next one, which is P-off. And actually, P-off is very hard to spot. So I'm discovering it with you. Never saw this. Just got the code here. So P-off seems not to move at all, but captures like a Berserker rook. And I'm not even sure that Berserker rook captures on the side. I guess it only captures forward, the Berserker rook, like a lance. Let's just check Berserker rook, if you allow me. Berserker rook. How it works. Yeah, only forward here. So here for the piece we just saw with P-off, let me just get the code back. P-off. It would not move but capture forward and on the sides, like a rook. So for me, this can be interesting, as if you can place this piece on the right spot, you can do a lot of damage. So that's a very cool defensive piece, but very passive piece actually. So why not? Let's move to the next one. The next one is called Algaes. Okay, so let's go for Algaes. So Algaes moves and captures like a bishop on the side. And I think this is not the best, because you see that there's something, a little thing in the middle. So it would be interesting to allow the move and capture also one square forward. Like, I don't know, I'm not satisfied personally of this piece. If you want to just get the pattern related to the sprite itself, that's not the correct way it has been done. Next one is called T-wise. Let's go for this. Okay, T-wise is like the inverted, so okay, this is slightly something else. So it's you can't really defend yourself. You defend yourself by being just behind diagonally one of these T-wise, but the T-wise itself can't really attack, so it's just facing a frontal army. So that's a pretty passive piece. But actually, this would be interesting to have just two armies with the pawn units to be T-wise that face, so they would cross each other somehow, perhaps with the intervention of the other pieces, and then the real battle begins. I don't know how it would go. That's pretty interesting. The next one is called Berkana, and Berkana is just a B, and this B actually, oh, that's very interesting. So it seems like it moves like a king and captures like a genie, because the genie, if you remember, captures like this. But as always, I said that I have no idea if actually there's some just slide movement and also jump. I'm sure that the knight movement jump, okay. But for the slide movement, I don't know if the alpha thing is jumping or moving. So we have to figure out about this. Okay, so Berkana is done. We go to Awaz. Okay, let's go for Awaz. Oops, I made a mistake. Let me check just for this. What's the correct code was? Perhaps without the H. No. Also, why did I get this? Okay, let me just give 2 seconds to get. I'm sure I'm gonna find it back, because I found a diagram that seems to have been used by Sult itself to find a thing, because everything fits. So how do you call this in this diagram? Let me check. This is called Awaz. So the H before Awaz. Okay, got this. Awaz. So let me just modify the code on my Discord server to be sure that there will be no problem. Okay, this has been done. Okay, so let's see for this piece. Okay, that's pretty interesting. So it moves on the side like a rook and one square forward, so you can slide, you have a lot of mobility, and it captures like a goblin with moving forward. That's a pretty strong piece. That's like a very mobile pawn. Actually, this piece is very scary. That would be hard to face something like this. Let's move on to the next one. After the Awaz, we have Manas. And if I remember, this is a king type unit. Yeah, this is a king type. So you can checkmate this king. And actually this king is very interesting, because this is like a dog king, but forward this is jumping up to 2 square like a crow. And it captures like a third. So that's pretty wicked king. But there are some interesting things about this. But I guess this would be pretty hard to checkmate this guy. Or perhaps, no, this is pretty actually simple to checkmate this guy. You just have to put a queen here, just in front of it, because it wouldn't be able to capture it. So actually, no, this is very simple to checkmate it. Never mind. The next one is called Laguz. Let's go for it. Okay, we have this. And here Laguz, okay, I'm pretty worried, because if you see that it's not the same sprite. You see, that's different sprites here. So I have no idea actually what really does Lagos? So we have to check here. You see, that's pretty scaring. So perhaps this is moving one square, but this is capturing on the side. And seems like it can attack without moving. So, okay, we have to test it actually, just after the review. Let's go for Daggaz. Okay, so Daggaz. Okay, we have the correct sprites here. So here that's pretty permanent. Is only moves and capture on the sides. That's very interesting, and you have small range. So that's very mobile piece. The thing is that you can't really capture forward and you can't capture backward. So that's like a small king. Interesting, interesting. That reminds me a little the general system where you don't have all the square of a king, but partially, so you have to get some good strategies to deal with it. But actually the thing interesting with the Daggaz, it will change its file on each time it would move. And that's very new. Next one is Otila. Okay, and Otila, what is this? So Otila moves like a dog, one square horizontally, and captures like a king. Okay, that's a really good piece. That's something you can really find in Chesscraft. That's really on the style of it. And that's very cool. Nothing to say about this. I would be glad to play with it. Next one is Sowulo. Okay, so Sowulo is this kind of thing. And here I'm also concerned because if you see, that's not the correct sprites. You know, so I have no idea how really Sowulo acts. I have really no idea. So I think that's a bug here that has to be solved. So I guess we have to test it also. And that's very unfortunate. And we have two left. We have Urus, which is just here. And the Urus, okay, that's... Oh, that actually is a bug. No, not really a bug. This reminds me of the pattern of bug, but this is moving and capturing like a king and on the side diagonally this way. Actually, if you really want to fit the thing, normally it wouldn't capture or move backwards, horizontally. Vertically, excuse me. I don't know, I wouldn't have to do this if you want to just get this sprite. But seems interesting. And I guess I have one last. Yes, this is Ingus. Okay, let's go for Ingus. And Ingus, okay, oh, this one is pretty interesting. It moves forward like a knight, but captures, it seems like this is the same pattern capturing like a knight, but this is a little more close to the piece itself. Like before this was just knight, and here this is thirds and crow on the sides. Interesting, so it doesn't capture and moves on the same type of square. This would be some tricky piece. Really, really tricky piece. Okay, so I covered all the pieces, so we're going to test them. So let's create a board. Actually, a new board. And I guess I need a big board for this. So let me clear everything. Okay, so now I'm going to, perhaps a little wider, I'm going to create some tiles. And I'll try to take some space, because I think I will need a lot of space to feature all the pieces. And I want to feature a not stronger army. I would just want to see what happens. So on the pieces, we have to feature a lot of things. So I'll go on the universal sprites, or perhaps universal and imported to be sure that, yeah. Okay, so let's go from the beginning and let's get all the things. Oh, it really takes some times. Here we go. So we have, if I just go for only universal, yeah, they're still here. Okay, so we have the Wunjo, we have Urus, we have Toriras, we have Tewas. I won't take a rook. We have the Sowulo, we have King, I just stay with this, Redo, where is, with Piof, with Pawns, no, not this. I voluntarily make something really weak to be sure how the pieces work. Manaz, Laguz, Kanas, Jira, Aiza, Inguz, Hagalaz, Jibo, just here, Fehu, no bishop, Awaz, no queen, Dagaz, no knight, Anzuz, and Olgiz. And for my opponent, I want to... Oh, Berkana also, excuse me. And for my opponent, I want to give something very weak that doesn't do much of a thing. Do I have the lamp here? I don't have the lamp. Leash. Try to think something really cool. Snake. Short spawn? No. I can't find it. So I guess I give just peasants. Let's give peasants. Okay, so for my opponent, this will be just a king. A there. Oops. Oops. I gave several kings. Let me just undo this. And then go for the king. Where's the king? Okay, yeah, there's the king here. Okay, king here. And also I'll take the peasants. Where are they? Oh, okay, just here. Just here, this is. Okay, so peasants for black, to be sure that he has no trouble. I'll give him a lot of peasants. I guess 3 ranks of peasants. Again, this is just for testing. I just don't want to play serious things or stuff. So now for the piece, we have to feature all the thing. So Olgiz. Okay, so it moves forward. So this means that I will put it on the 3rd rank. Then this is Anzus. This is also moving. So I'll put it also on the 3rd rank. Well then, Berkana. Okay, so I can put it on the back rank. Dagaz. Okay, I can put it in the back rank. Then we have Awaz. Okay, this moves forward, so I'll put it on the 3rd rank. Then this is Awaz, so here on the back rank. Feu, and it moves backward. Okay, so still on the 3rd rank, I guess, because you need some place to deal with this. Gebo, okay, so I'll put it. I know that I need a place for my king. I don't remember how it works, or how it is named. I guess this is Manaz, this name. Gebo, so then this is Aglaz. So let's put Aglaz here. My god, this looks like nuts. Complete nuts. Ingus, okay, on the 3rd rank. Then, after Ingus, there's a lot of things. Aiza, I remember Aiza. So on the 3rd rank too. Let's add some pieces. After Aiza you have Jira, same principle. I don't have a lot of place on the 3rd rank actually. I have Kaunaz, and that's a last spot I could provide, so I hope that there's no other pieces like this. Else I don't know, I'll find a solution. Laguz, okay, we have the same problem. So for Laguz I guess I'll put in the middle. Actually a lot of runes move forward. And then we have Manaz. Okay, so Manaz goes here. And then we have Notice. So Notice is fine. Excuse me, I highlighted in black. That's not something I wanted to do. Otila. So here is his place. I wonder if there's some more, because there's already a lot of pieces. You have Piorf. Oh shoot. Also, so let's put it on the middle. Oh, that's a pretty aggressive piece, actually. So, okay. I'll put this piece here. because this is a defensive piece. I remember Piorf. What do we have? We have Redo. So I put Redo here, and I guess this is over. There's no one. Oops. There's some over there. Sowulo. Okay. So Sowulo seems to move forward also. So Sowulo goes there. Yeah, I told you we're going to discover a lot of pieces. Tewaz. Wow. Also forward. My god. Too much pieces moving forward. That's a big problem. Tewaz, there's Turiras. Oh, I remember this one is moving on the sides. I remember this one. We have Urus. I don't know where to put Urus. Okay, and then I have a last one. Wunjo. I guess what I would do is just put this one here, and this, because you know this is the same thing. Okay, so very ready for this. It takes its time. Let's go for some promotion. I want to take time to develop my pieces. Or perhaps this is too wide. Nah, that would be fine. Let's add some promotion. So if a peasant runs on the last square, it would promote into... Do I have a queen? Yep, just here. Queen. For black. And where does it start? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll start there. Okay. Did the promotion work? Because I only see one square highlighted. Let's go back on the chessboard. I don't know if this worked. Let me just do this again. Seems like the thing is aware. Oops. Seems like that's a peasant. Where's the peasant? Peasant. That promotes to queen. Yeah. Okay, seems like this is okay, or perhaps I'm bugging. Okay. And let's end, and we'll finally test the runes. Okay. And now we're going to play it. Impossible to get this too much different pieces. Ooh! Oh shoot. How many pieces do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. I'm up to 26 pieces, I guess. So that's not possible. Okay, so I'll try something clever. Okay, so the Chesscraft thing doesn't want to do anything. This is just bugging. You see, I can't tell this. So I guess with my pieces, I'll just remove directly from there. Perhaps this is work. So no king. Okay, it doesn't want. It's completely bugged. Oh shoot. Oh no, I have to restart again. Okay, so let's be a little more intelligent. So new chessboard, and then we're going to clear everything. Okay, and then we're going to remove everything that is not a rune. I guess this is the best strategy. I'm sorry, the chat, it takes a little time, but you know, we're here to test. Definitely here to test. So we take our time. Pawn. This, 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 this. Okay, thank you. This, 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 And perhaps I forgot to put ones of the runes. I don't know. I'll try not to forget one. Bergana, Anzus, and Olgis. Okay, we got all the things. So we're gonna dispose. Okay, so my board is a little wider, so I guess let's dispose all the things. Yeah, I love my job. So here we go. Here, red door, Bergna, Attila, Dagaz, Turizaz, let's put that in the middle, Unjo, Uruz, Tewaz, Sowulo, Notice, then comes Manas, my king, so I'll put also a Manas here for my opponent. Pipupi, Laguz, Konaz, which is completely useless as a piece. Okay, now this is Jira. Where's Jira? Then this is Isa, and I guess we're going to put a lot of Isas on my opponent. I mean, they deserve to get a little protection. When the Isas are done, this is Ingus. So same deal. Then what do we have after Ingus? We have Aglas. Okay, and I remember that Piorf is going on the way, and Piorf is very strong. Okay, we have Gibo. So let's put Gibo here. Awaz. Where's it? Then this is the other Awaz. Let's go here. We're almost done, chat. I'm sorry to keep you waiting. And Zuz. Oops, seems like I forgot to put my P off. You guys, I'm surely laughing at me like, wow, Popo forgot to put. Where's this P off? It's so stupid. I'm sorry. So now let's put P off. Where's P off? Yeah, it's just here. Whew. And normally we're fine with this. So test the rune, please, to discover the Chesscraft universal pieces runes related. Tell me this works. Yes? Chat, we got this. Okay, we're going to play. We're going to play it. So here we go here. And now test the runes, just here. And we're going to play against the master of difficulty. So we're going to deal with each of these pieces. So if I remember well, every time I'm going to try to remind what this thing does. So it says that it moves like a bishop, okay, but captures forward only. So this means that I can do this as a move. Okay, and I can't capture. Also, this seems to do the same thing in the inverse, so I'm going to move in. The thing is not to get the strategy to play the best game of your life. The strategy is just to understand how each of the pieces work, actually. I don't remember how this works. Ooh! Ooh! It captures like this? Or is it the bug? Let me check. No, it captures diagonally. So I'm gonna defend this with my Isa. So it's gonna take, I guess. And then I'm gonna recapture. No, it seems like he doesn't want. Okay, so let's go for the next piece. So this one was moving like a knight, oh, and capturing like a third. Oh yes. So we're going to move like a knight forward and try to see if we can capture some stuff. That's very interesting. Also that you see that the Enzo is doing his job. Oh yeah, captures like first. So I can just go in front of some of this piece and not be captured. Interesting. So I'll try to see if I can capture perform a capture move. That would be pretty cool if I could get something here. But as move forward like a knight wouldn't help. Okay, let's try to identify another one. This one. Okay, moves on the side and backwards and captures like a queen. Wow, this guy is just completely stupid. Incredible. Okay, so this, perhaps not this one. Perhaps try this one. Moves up to 2 square forward and captures backwards. So let's actually move this one. Let's move. And that's very cool. This is like I was dealing with pieces I don't even understand, and this is quite the case. This is tricky always. So let's move here and get a better place to try to capture something. I guess there's no strategy in case this. I'm just shuffling my pieces. Okay, and here seems like you want to perform a capture move. But I can now go here. Oh, that's very cool. Yeah, and of course this is going to be captured, but if this is captured, I would just be able to recapture, and then the king would be put in check. And I will lose this piece, but I don't mind. If we can help to clarify, I think I'm okay with this. So let's go for Sawulo. Okay, so Sawulo, it says this, that moves like a king and captures forward. I'm not... Oh, seems like this is actually true. And normally, if the rules is exact, normally I would capture... No, I would just capture. Okay, so let me just go here to be sure if this is the same king pattern move. Okay, so we have the first capture performed here, so I'm going to recapture. So now I have a lot of questions. Was Samuelo planned to act like this, and the sprite is just inexact? Or is Samuelo planning to add something else, but because of the wrong sprite featuring in the explanation, the move set of this piece is actually not the one that was expected when creating this piece? This question is too long, but I guess you understand me. Yeah, seems like this is the case. So I'll need some protection, but I can't really protect this piece. I mean, this is already done. Yeah. I feel not more concerned at this. Oh, and only moves diagonally on the side. So I wouldn't be able to do much things. And here this captures like a first and like a crow. So nothing more to be done also. I made this one. What is that? Okay, it moves 1 square and captures on the side. Let me just check something. Where's the piece related? Yeah, it captures also on the side. So I wonder with the same question. So I'm going just to move it forward. Wow. Yeah, I have actually plenty of questions. Okay. And this captures on the sides. So I mean, if he decides to capture, I would just recapture. And I know that he can just push and this is over. I mean, I'm okay with this. Yeah, you see he's just preparing something. Let's go for the next one. Oh yeah, the useless one. It's very funny. I don't know, I'll move to a random square, like here. This is really hard to remember all the move sets of the pieces. Very hard, yeah. You see, that is definitely coming. And that there's no lot of things that I can do to defend this. So I guess I will let the thing goes. For this piece, how it works. Forward and captures on the side. So this means that this is blocking the way. Yeah, let's move here. I don't mind if this goes because there would be some kind of capture and recapture. I mean, I have the advantage on the game because I have a lot of pieces, so I don't mind. The only thing I want is to test the pieces. So for now, I got to understand kind of the pieces. Okay, so now let's try to identify another one. What is this? Moves and captures on the side like a bishop. Okay, this one is completely ridiculous. But I guess I can make something stupid, like moving here and threatening to capture here. Even this would result in nothing, but at least I would get a piece. Okay, so the first captures goes, so I can recapture. I capture without moving. I capture without moving. That's so lame. That's so lame. Of course you want to capture this piece. Of course. And I guess here you will succeed. But I'm just gonna capture here. Now that's what's far enough to be captured. So here now this is completely useless. And here it captures like this, so I can capture. Okay, so some pieces are gone off the board. Yeah. I guess I'll keep this piece for now, because I think this can be useful when I will want to checkmate the king. Okay, so not doing anything. Let's go for another piece. I have other pieces that move forward. I guess this one. Yeah, this moves forward and also on the sides and catches like a goblin. Oh, very strong. Very strong one. I'll try to do things with this. Okay, so this is just moving. So let's put the piece here and try to get the... I don't know which side. There's no queen on the board, so I can't really talk about the queen side. This one would be incredible. Okay, I guess I have a few pieces that still do the job here. I guess this one perhaps. Okay, moving and capturing on the diagonal. That's very funny. I don't know, I guess I'll put this piece here. In case I want to push here, I would be able to capture and recapture. Okay, so we have a capture here. So I'm gonna capture. And is there a free piece? Yeah, this was a free piece here. So I guess I can first perform a capture here. I mean, I'm trying things. Oh, and it decides to capture rather. So I'm going to recapture with this. I really like this piece. I don't want it to die for now. Okay, I want to perform a capture with this piece. So I guess I'll put here and try to capture one of the small ices. Okay, so it dodges. Let's go for the next one. Gzebo. Okay, so... Oh, this captures without moving. So this is bishop by 2 and capturing like a dog. Interesting. So I'll try to capture not so much pieces now, because I want to develop a lot of them. Next one. Oh, this one is cool because, oh yeah, this is the one that moves backwards. So it would do nothing during the game. Just capturing something up. And this one is also doing nothing because normally it captures on the sides and up. I remember these ones. So let's go for the other ones. This one. Oh yeah, I remember this one. This is a very cool piece. I'll try to capture at least one piece with this, just to show the amazing pattern. So let's go here. How I would answer. Not cool. Can I capture? No, I can't capture. Can I capture? No, I can't capture. So I have to go back. Oh, I'm just stopped into what I wanted to do with the rider. That's pretty unfortunate. I guess I'll go here and try to capture this one. I guess this one can't move, so that would be a free piece, and at least my thing would have been useful one day. Okay, so let's capture, and then I'm going to put this one here. I really like the pre-moves now in Chesscraft. That's very cool. The only bug that happens is that if you pre-move a promotion, then there's a big problem. Okay, goes here. So, oh, now I can perform a capture. So I'm going to perform this kind of capture. That's amazing. Really amazing. I'm glad. Ooh, I have a fork. So I think I let one of the pieces die because I have to move with the other pieces. So Berkana, oh, I have to test if this moves and captures like a genie. That's the thing I have to capture. So I hope that it's going to capture this one. So I can see if I capture this. See? Yes. And I can jump to capture. Okay. This is completely lame. So this captures like a genie and moves like a king. That's a pretty good combo. Let's move to this one. Okay, so it moves like a dog and captures like a king. Oh, this is a pretty regular piece. Nothing incredible to wait. Nothing incredible. So let's go for the next one. And how it goes here. Moves like a... Oh, it moves and captures on the side. I definitely have to try this piece. Definitely have to. Oops, this is about to get captured. I guess I will just go back. I like this piece. I don't want it to be captured for now. Yeah, we have to... Okay. So that's pretty interesting because here my piece is pretty blocked. No, it can go on the side this way. Yeah, and then I have to put it on the side this way. Wow, it takes some time to get actually in the action when you're crowded by your own pieces. I wouldn't remove, I want just to be sure first what my opponent is going to do. When it's playing this, so I'm going to play here. And if he dare moves, I would just capture him. And I mean, I don't mind if this is a trade, because I saw how this works. Okay, let's go for this one. Oh, that's this one. Oh, doesn't want. Okay, I'll let you capture. So yeah, that's the one that acts like this. Very powerful on the side. This one is cool. Perhaps put this here. I don't know, I'm just shuffling my pieces. And if I remember one, well, this one moves up, captures. Okay, the fact that placing this piece here is a very bad choice because this doesn't do anything because of this piece. Okay, so I'll go to the last one. That moves like a knight and capture on the side. Oh, very interesting. Let's go actually for this. Mosaic Knight, yes. Okay, so my goal is to just put a, I don't know, get a capture here. So I'll try to go here and let it capture and then recapture. I want to see if this is possible. If he would allow this kind of capture. Oh, you want to capture my queen thing, but this is here the occasion to capture like a queen. So I won't lose this occasion. And here my thing is now well placed. Okay, we have a capture. What should I recapture with? I mean, I need to move this, so I have to maximize my chances of allowing captures. Because I want actually to move these pieces. That would be so cool. Oh, he already moved. Just the king. That's not fun. Let's move this. Doesn't want to let him capture. Or perhaps this is because of the Berkana? What's the problem? What's the matter here? Let's put this here. Okay, so he wants to shuffle the king. He's really not cool. Really not cool. I guess I'll try to make this thing capturable, even that it doesn't want. That's not fun. Okay, it's just moving his king. Perhaps you want to capture here? Still not. Okay, so let's go to the mate then. So how do I mate? First I'll go check. Oh, this is already mate. Let me find how this is mate. This moves diagonally, so this means that this square is occupied. This square is occupied, so I have to figure out who is occupying this square. Who? This moves and capture like here, this moves like here, here. This is only like a queen. Oh, because this doesn't move one square forward. We have the explanation now. Okay, so that's cool. Let's modify this chessboard. So the first thing I want to consider is not I would move this. So the bear can has a lot more possibility than this. And here this only moves and captures diagonally, I guess. Oh, I can... No, I guess this is fine. The first thing. Second thing, I want to give a little more ISIS to my opponent, because that's not fair. Even this is still not fair, but I mean, he'll feel like it's gonna be interesting. And perhaps I will give him an Anzu. No, yeah, Anzu. You never know, that can be helpful. Also, I gotta have promotions. So when a Heiser promotes, no, excuse me, this is not here. When a Heiser promotes, even this has a lot of chance not to be actually true. Not notice Heiser. Where's Heiser? I just skipped it. Heiser. Okay, can promote too. So Enzus moves backward. So not, yeah, good idea. Berkana walks. Dagas walks. Ewas is cool. No, wait. Yeah, Ewas is walks. Ewas walks. Fehu walks. Gibo walks. Agalas walks. Ingus doesn't walk. Jira walks. Even this makes no sense. Konas doesn't walk. Lagos. What was doing Lagos? I don't remember. No, it doesn't walk. This one doesn't walk. Manas no lead. Notice walks. Otila walks. Piof, why not? Redo, why not? Sowulo, why not? Tiwas walks. Trias doesn't walk. Urus walks. And Wuncho. Okay. So this would be for black. So you never know. You never know. Excuse me, let me. This is just made for fun and curiosity. Okay, let's save this, and then we're going to download it, excuse me, share it to the people. So, where is this? Test the runes and board chess, and you're gonna discover what the code is actually. The code is, it's a lot of suspense. Is something wrong? Let's try again. Don't tell me this is something wrong now. Seriously. Let's try again. Create. Test the runes, and my mouse is getting drunk. This is really not the good time to go this. Okay, test the runes just here. Let's try again. Last try, and else I'll try to do it after the stream. If it doesn't work, okay, it doesn't work, so I'll try and I'll test it after the stream. Okay, so this is the end of this review of the hidden universal pieces. You can tell in the comments what you think about these pieces. Some are very cool, some are completely stupid, and I guess this will be the end for this presentation. I hope you liked it, and